This is Dr. Bradley Nelson. I've got some incredibly exciting news for you about a technique called three-dimensional therapy, or T3 therapy. Three-dimensional therapy is a new form of energy medicine previously unknown. It was developed and brought to light by one of my students, counselor Gwen Legler. It's incredibly powerful and gets to the deep roots of our behaviors and illnesses. I often refer to it as emotional surgery because it affects us in such deep ways. This new method of healing is life-changing and is now available at our virtual clinic. To understand how three-dimensional therapy works, we first have to understand the mind itself. Take a look at this diagram. On the top, we have the conscious mind. Below that, we have the subconscious mind, and below that, we have the physical body. We create thoughts in our conscious mind. Those thoughts then pass to the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind makes no judgments about any thoughts that it receives from the conscious mind. Sometimes we think negative thoughts. How many times in your lifetime, for example, have you thought negative thoughts about yourself? Unfortunately, those negative thoughts can have long-lasting effects. Here's how. Thinking negative thoughts can be like planting a seed in the subconscious mind. Remember that the subconscious does not make any judgments about the information it receives. If, for example, you tell yourself over and over, "I am an idiot," eventually the subconscious mind will believe that statement is true. It will write that statement in stone, and it will become an operating parameter of the subconscious mind. If negative thoughts take root in the subconscious mind, they can begin to grow. Other negative statements can grow from these negative roots, and eventually a new negative belief system can be formed. You can think of it as being like a tree. It has negative roots and negative branches. These roots and branches are made of negative statements such as, "I'll never lose weight," or "God doesn't love me," or "I'll never do anything right," and so forth. If you're like most people, you have a number of negative belief trees in your subconscious mind. The results that you are getting in your life are primarily due to these negative belief systems in the subconscious mind. If the systems are positive, the results will be good, but if these results are negative, your results will be negative. This is the real underlying reason why we often feel stuck and have difficulty making progress in life. You may want to go one direction with your conscious mind, but if the subconscious is pulling you in a different direction, which direction do you think you're going to go? If you can't seem to get ahead financially, if you can't seem to get well, if you can't seem to break the cycle of bad relationships, if you're stuck in some area of your life, you may be a victim of this phenomenon. And one of the things that I need to point out here is that you'll see the conscious mind being a very small percentage of the big picture here. The conscious mind is only 5 to 10% of your intelligence. 90 to 95% of your intelligence is subconscious. And so these negative belief systems in the subconscious mind really do tend to pull you in the direction of their own beliefs. Let's zoom in on a negative belief tree here and see what it's made out of. A negative belief tree is made of faulty core beliefs, limiting beliefs, and negative programs. Let me give you a real-life example. One particular patient could not lose weight. She had a negative program consisting of the phrase, "I will always be fat." But this was just the tip of the iceberg. Deeper in the subconscious mind was a limiting belief consisting of the phrase, "If I lose weight, I'll have an affair." This limiting belief was created by a faulty core belief which consisted of the phrase, "Attractive women have affairs." This core belief was created when this patient's mother lost weight, became more attractive, and promptly had an affair, destroying their family. Let's look at another example. Here's an example from a patient who could not get well. His negative programming phrase was, "I'll never get well." His limiting belief was, "I'm not worthy to get well." But it all went back to childhood when his subconscious mind created a faulty core belief that people loved him more when he was sick. He got more attention from his parents when he was sick, but it created a faulty core belief. And from that seed, a whole negative belief system sprang up. Can you see how, if the subconscious mind believes these faulty ideas, they can make it difficult or impossible to, in this case, get well? Let's look at one more. This negative belief system is from a patient who had a very difficult time making money. His negative programming was, "I'll never succeed." His limiting belief, "I'm an idiot," was a deeper reason why he couldn't succeed, but the real root of it was his faulty core belief, "God doesn't love me." Can you see how these statements made it hard, if not impossible, for him to succeed? T3 therapy can get to the underlying causes of why you may be having difficulty getting well or being successful in other areas of your life. Using muscle testing, we are now able to expose your negative belief systems and determine the exact wording of your faulty core beliefs, your limiting beliefs, and your negative programs. Once we have completely identified a negative belief system, we then use a mag creator, a magnetic roller, to remove the negative subconscious beliefs one at a time. The mag creator is also used to implant new positive beliefs in the subconscious mind by putting pure magnetic energy into the body's acupuncture system. How can a magnetic roller possibly change our subconscious beliefs? Let me explain. There are two kinds of beliefs: conscious beliefs that you're aware of, and subconscious beliefs. Conscious beliefs are the beliefs you're aware of with your conscious mind. For example, you may believe that taxes are too high. And you'd be right, of course. I could use a magnetic roller on you for the rest of your life, and it probably wouldn't change that conscious belief. Subconscious beliefs, on the other hand, are a completely different animal. Subconscious beliefs, on the other hand, are a completely different animal. They seem to be stored as a localized area of pure energy. Each phrase that makes up a negative belief system is resonant energy that is vibrating at a specific rate. When we identify the exact phrases that make up a negative belief system, we can use magnetic energy to disrupt them and eliminate them in the same way that a powerful singer can shatter a crystal goblet with her voice alone. When we treat a negative belief system in this manner, we are essentially dismantling it phrase by phrase. The beautiful thing about this method is that these negative phrases are gone completely and never seem to come back. What are the results of this kind of therapy? In a word, breathtaking. This therapy changes your very thought patterns. It changes the way you think. The end results are improved health and a much greater ability to achieve your true potential. It really does work. Three-dimensional therapy sessions are now available by proxy through telephone sessions at www.drbradleynelson.com/services. If you're interested, you can also send an email to info@nelsonhealth.com. Thank you for listening. I know that you will be amazed and awed, as I am, by this incredible new method of healing.